Okay, class, pull out your handouts of the cell. Now this is the cell, and this is the nucleus, and this is the mitochondria.
It's boring. You're boring everybody. Quit boring everyone.
You know what, Homer? You're right. So come on a cellular adventure with me. My God, there really is a party in your genes, and it's gonna blow your mind. Each cell has its own little brain. It's called its DNA. This is the instruction manual for you. It's also the machine that reads that instruction manual and fabricates all the amazing molecular machines based on the chemical signals it programmed for certain situations. The DNA is the real decider. We all know that DNA replicates from the speech with the handout using the cell. But this is what it actually looks like. You're not going to believe how it does it. Just like our most advanced factories, it uses machines to build machines. And this is how it does it. This little blue piece right here, it's a protein called DNA helicase. And it's a rotary motor that's unzipping and copying your DNA at speeds faster than a jet turbine. One of these strands of DNA has 220 million lines of biological code. For my coding friends, you won't believe the elegance of the language. It's only 4 letters that make up you. Well, they're really molecules, but we name them letters just for time's sake. And those letters are G, C, A, and T. Now to get a sense of how truly amazing this is, let's go up to street view size. Now that we're finally at street view size, if we scaled this hose up to 2 inches wide, it would stretch from Atlanta to DC over 600 miles. Imagine that! Just imagine that for a second. And the helicase would be as big as a basketball and spinning at speeds faster than a jet turbine along a 600-mile route. If you laid all your DNA end to end, it would stretch from the Earth to the Moon not once, but 260,000 times.
Holy crap.
We all now know how DNA replicates itself, and that's amazing enough. But let's see how it turns that genetic code into flesh and bone, one protein at a time. Watch as the transcription machinery builds itself around the DNA. When everything is complete, the white key at the top tells the machinery to express the gene. Notice the free nucleotide base, or the letters of the genetic alphabet, floating into the machinery. Your body's made up of specialized proteins, like hemoglobins and motor proteins. Your DNA has programmed everything in the cell to listen for specific signals from different parts of the cell, so that when a signal is sent for more hemoglobin, a long process starts and hemoglobin pops out. The way it does it is more amazing than the way it just replicates. First, this helicase protein unzips all the DNA and transcribes it into its close cousin RNA, which then snakes out of just the nucleus and into the general population of the cell, which then is picked up by this protein ribosome, which is a mini factory. It's like that Mercedes-Benz factory we showed you. Watch as amino acid after amino acid goes into the ribosome just to make a finished protein. How amazing is that? You've seen how your DNA creates you one protein at a time. But my God, the reason why is even more amazing. It's called gene expression, and what that means is it's the final decider of whether the gene gets expressed or not. Here's a simpler way of thinking about it. If you want to turn on a light, you go flip on the light switch, right? Well, DNA does the same thing, but just to express a gene. When it wants to express a gene, it turns on the switch. And when it doesn't want to express a gene, it turns off the switch. They're learning new things about these switches all the time. For instance, folks at Stanford University just learned a key mechanism in the process of gene expression yesterday. If you want to help cure disease, check out this polymerase II. Find out how to target what you want to kill, and then you'll solve disease. Since we were talking about the good type of RNA, we have to talk about the bad type of RNA, which is microRNA, or miRNA, for time's sake. And what it does is it gets in the way of the good RNA's transcription processes, and it's just another way of gene expression, deciding whether it gets expressed or not. It's the real decider. Speaking of DNA, we all know we get half our DNA from our moms and the other half from our dads. But guess what? Wrong! There's a separate set of DNA called mitochondrial DNA, which both boys and girls can get, but only girls can pass it down. This makes mitochondrial DNA a great way to track female ancestry because it's only passed down by girls. It's not the familiar double helix structure. It's a circle, which they call the D-loop. You won't believe how it fixes them. Nuclear DNA and mitochondrial DNA work hand in hand when it comes to damaged genes. When the mitochondrial DNA needs repair, the nuclear DNA sends 4 different types of helicases into the mitochondria to help start repairing that DNA, because they know it's crucial. It's amazing how all the parts of the cell can work together even though they have no connection to each other. Cleveland needs to take a page from these guys' books because they have no teamwork and the cell has better teamwork. Cleveland, check these guys out. I don't know about you all, but I've learned a few things during the making of this video. Another thing I've learned out is why humans can't work together more like the cells can. Cells, little things, can work better than humans can. Why is that? That's one thing, that's the major thing I don't understand here. Tell me that! Our friends in the Rolling Stones are huge science geeks. All the women, parties, trashed hotel rooms, and drugs are all just a cover. Sorry, Keith, your cover just got blown.
Please allow me to introduce myself and stuff from which I made a burner out for a long, long year, but most cells just live for days. It's amazing when they replicate the DNA, remains the same. Then they go dividing with one surviving to take up the game.